What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in with Callie. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. So where we are right now in regards to Kawhi Leonard's injury, he has a right knee sprain, right knee soreness, I should say. And the soreness is it's been bothering him for about a couple weeks now. He's just been kind of like playing through it and, trying to maintain as much as he could. Now, of course, with the Clippers being in a situation that they're in, they damn near have to win every single game, damn near have to win out almost just to kind of make sure that they have a seeding, well, I should say this, just to make sure they actually have a spot within the playoffs and don't fall in the play-in tournament, because they're only like 2 or 3 games from the play-in tournament. I know it's only like 6 games left in the season or so, but I mean, 6 games, 5-6 games is a lot when you're only a game and a half to 2 games between like the 4th seed all the way to like the 7th seed. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So they damn near have to win out every game. And the games that he's going to miss, is going to be pretty crucial because they got the Jazz coming up, which I think, of course, the Clippers have no problems there, or at least they shouldn't anyway. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers, that could be a tough one right there for the Clippers, honestly, because the Clippers lost to them earlier in the season, with Kawhi Leonard, actually. So, I mean, that can be one of those tricky ones, that you kind of be like, that can go either way. But and then, he's expected to come back more than likely on Tuesday, the game they have on Tuesday. Now, of course, it might be a little setback. So he might expect him back. You can expect him back on next Tuesday, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it wouldn't go to Thursday's game or whatever that they have to play, which I think is the Phoenix Suns. I'm not sure, but I mean, because I know they actually got back-to-back games against the Phoenix Suns. So, I mean, actually, you could probably expect him back sometime next week, hopefully, if nothing goes wrong, if there's no setbacks or anything like that, because it's not, looked at as a long-term issue. It's just looked at as a minor issue, just needs some conditioning and treatment and, kind of like a little bit of rest. Now, the only problem is with Kawhi, hearing about his work ethic and how he is, resting is not something he really does well. Usually he always is the type of player that, plays and, is always, he's always exercising. He's always working out. He's always like, he just never sits still. He's one of those type players what a lot of people talk about him. A lot of players have talked about him before and spoke on his work ethic. Like he's always training his body. He's always, working out. He's never not practicing. He's always in that mode. And he's always doing that, which is the problem, which is the reason why, a lot of times he gets injuries because he overworks his body a little bit too much and don't, complement it with the rest is what, players have said about Kawhi Leonard, because his work ethic is so great and so tremendous. I'm saying? He definitely, pushes himself a lot, which is a good thing. It can be a bad thing at times, but more so than not, it's a good thing. So, I mean, we hope that, Kawhi definitely stays in good, good health as much as he can, and definitely take care of himself, because this is going to be, probably the biggest playoff run for them. And I know we said that for other playoff runs for the Clippers, especially when they first got together the first year, about 5 seasons ago and all that stuff. But this is going to be their biggest playoff run ever, because you got enough on the team now. You got enough help. You got enough of everything. You got Kawhi, you got PG, you got James Harden, you got Russell Westbrook. I mean, really, if you look at this team on paper, there's no reason why they shouldn't, bare minimum, make it to the finals, bare minimum. With the roster that they have and the players that they have and the experience that they have and the Hall of Famers that they have. And that's a lot of like, everything, for a team to have. And, if they can, find ways to stay healthy, I definitely like their chances, of course. But, of course, the main cog is going to be, Kawhi Leonard. So they have to be precautious with him. But it's just so tricky right now because, like I said, the way the standings are for the Clippers, they put themselves in this predicament where they have to fight their way all the way to the end. And I was hoping that based upon the way they played before the All-Star break, they wouldn't have to do this, because now you're putting a lot on your players. You're putting more on Paul George now because Kawhi is out for a few games. And like I said, with Paul George and Russ and James Harden, it's enough to win these games, but it's still putting a lot more pressure on them because they're asked to do a little bit more offensively and defensively just so they can win these games until Kawhi gets back. And then, like I said, you're fighting all the way to the end of the season, whereas they should be taking a couple games off at the end of the season because at one point they were the number 1 seed. So if they stayed within the 1 to the 3rd seed, they would pretty much, have it in cruise control right now. And that's pretty much, something that I feel like they should have pushed a little bit more. But I mean, hey, you win some, you lose some. You can't always, predict, and you never know when the little lull of the season is going to happen. A little losing streak is going to happen. Their losing streak happened at a really bad time. It really did, because now it puts them in a position where they have to fight with their backs against the wall, and basically hold on to the 4th seed, or maybe slip maybe down to the 5th seed, if possible, no lower possibly. And now, and on top of that, the crazy thing is, as I said before, they stay in the 4th or 5th seed. Now they're gonna have to probably face Dallas, and Dallas is going to be a tough out. Now they got to go probably 7 games with them, because now that Kyrie is actually playing well with Luka Doncic, it's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? I think the Clippers are definitely going to win the series, but it's going to be tough because, like I said, they had problems with Luka without Kyrie years ago. So now you got another dynamic scorer, a guy who can get to the rim, and a guy who's playing very well, and everybody knows their role on the Dallas Mavericks now. It's going to be even tougher than what it might have been, a couple seasons ago, or the couple times you played them. Now, of course, the Clippers got a better team all around too, so hopefully that makes a difference. But I really hope they don't have to go 7 games, because that puts a lot of wear and tear on Kawhi and PG's body, and the other Hall of Famers' body as well on the team. So it's like, remember, the Clippers are an older team, so you want them to knock off a team as quickly as possible in the first round if they can. You know what I'm saying? Not waste time, and not, basically, try to, fight their way out of a first round, and then you got 3 other rounds to go. It's just going to make it tougher to get to the finals. But either way, it is what it is. But hopefully the Clippers can just secure a spot right now and get in the playoffs and kind of go from there. And hopefully, Kawhi can get right, and hopefully we don't have any setbacks with Kawhi in any shape or form, because I mean, right now it's like I said, their back is against the wall in regards to just making sure they get a seeding and don't fall to the 7th seed, which I don't think they will. But you just never know. I mean, we didn't think the Clippers were going to losing streak they had a couple weeks ago, but they did. So I mean, it's like you want to keep fighting, keep pushing, and hopefully everybody can get healthy along with Kawhi, and they can make this run that we all believe that they can.